It was the closing chapter of Moses' earthly mission. The plains of Moab stretched wide before the people, and the Jordan shimmered in the distance, the final barrier to the land they long awaited. Moses, God's chosen servant, now 120 years old, stood before all Israel. He had proclaimed the law. He had appointed Joshua as leader. Now, at the Lord's command, he would give them a song, a divine poem not merely of beauty, but of warning, remembrance, and covenant truth. Moses begins to speak, his voice echoing across the assembly. "Give ear, O heavens, and let me speak. Let the earth hear the words of my mouth. May my teaching soak in like the rain, and my utterance drench like the dew, like a downpour upon the grass, like showers upon the crops. For I will proclaim the name of the Lord, praise the greatness of our God. The rock, how faultless are his deeds, how right all his ways. A faithful God without deceit, just and upright is he. Yet his degenerate children have treated him basely, a twisted and crooked generation. Is this how you repay the Lord, so foolish and unwise a people? Is he not your father who begot you, the one who made you and established you? Remember the days of old, consider the years of generations past. Ask your father, he will inform you, your elders, they will tell you. When the Most High allotted each nation its heritage, when he separated out human beings, he set up the boundaries of the peoples after the number of the divine beings, but the Lord's portion was his people, his allotted share was Jacob. He found them in a wilderness, in a wasteland of howling desert. He shielded them, cared for them, guarded them as the apple of his eye. As an eagle stirs its nest, hovering over its young, so he spread his wings, took them, and bore them upon his pinions. The Lord alone guided them, no foreign god was with them. He set them atop the heights of the land, fed them the produce of its fields, nourished them with honey from the rock, and oil from the flinty crag, butter from cows and milk from sheep, with the best of lambs, Bashan bulls and goats, the cream of finest wheat, and the foaming blood of grapes you drank. But Jeshurun Israel grew fat and kicked. They became gross and gorged. They forsook the God who made them and scorned the rock of their salvation. They stirred his jealousy with strange gods. With abominations they provoked him. They sacrificed to demons, to no gods, to gods they had never known, newcomers from afar before whom their ancestors had never trembled. They forgot the rock that begot them. They were unmindful of the God who gave them birth. The Lord saw and was filled with loathing, provoked by his sons and daughters. I will hide my face from them, he said, and see what becomes of them, for they are a fickle generation, children with no loyalty in them. Since they have incited me with a no God and provoked me with their empty idols, I will incite them with a no people. With a foolish nation I will provoke them. For by my wrath a fire is kindled that rages to the depths of Sheol. It consumes the earth with its yield and sets on fire the foundations of the mountains. I will heap evils upon them and exhaust all my arrows against them, emaciating hunger, consuming fever, bitter pestilence, the teeth of wild beasts, the venom of reptiles in the dust. Out in the street the sword shall bereave, and at home, terror, for the young man and young woman alike, the nursing babe as well as the gray-haired. I said, I will make an end of them and blot out their name from human memory, had I not feared the provocation by the enemy, that their foes might misunderstand and say, our own hand won the victory. The Lord had nothing to do with it. For they are a nation devoid of reason, having no understanding. If only they had insight, they would realize this. They would understand their end. How could one rout 1,000 or two put 10,000 to flight, unless their rock had sold them, the Lord had delivered them up? Indeed, their rock is not like our rock. Our enemies are fools. Their vine is from the vine of Sodom, from the vineyards of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of poison, their clusters are bitter, their wine is the venom of serpents, the cruel poison of vipers. Is not this stored up with me, sealed in my storehouses? Vengeance is mine and recompense for the time they lose their footing, for the day of their disaster is at hand, and their doom is rushing upon them. Surely the Lord will do justice for his people, on his servants he will have pity. When he sees their strength is gone, and neither bond nor free is left, he will say, where are their gods, the rock in whom they took refuge, who ate the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their libations? Let them rise up now and help you. Let them be your protection. See now that I alone am he. There is no God besides me. It is I who bring both death and life. I who inflict wounds and heal them, and from my hand no one can deliver. For I raise my hand to the heavens and say, as surely as I live forever, when I sharpen my flashing sword and my hand lays hold of judgment, with vengeance I will repay my foes and requite those who hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, with the blood of the slain and the captured from the long-haired heads of the enemy. Exult with him, you heavens, bow to him, all you divine beings, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, take vengeance on his foes, he will requite those who hate him, and purge his people's land. Then Moses, together with Hoshea, Joshua, son of Nun, went and spoke all the words of this song in the hearing of the people. When Moses had finished, he said, "Take to heart all the words that I am giving in witness against you today, words you should command your children, that they may observe carefully every word of this law. For this is no trivial matter for you, but rather your very life. By this word you will enjoy a long life in the land you are crossing the Jordan to possess." On that very day, the Lord said to Moses, "Ascend this mountain of the Abarim, Mount Nebo, in the land of Moab facing Jericho. View the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites as their possession. Then you shall die on the mountain you are about to ascend, and be gathered to your people, just as your brother Aaron died on Mount Hor, and was gathered to his people, because you broke faith with me among the Israelites at the waters of Meribath Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin, failing to manifest my holiness among them. You may indeed see the land from a distance, but you shall not enter that land which I am giving to the Israelites." The nations who thought they had triumphed over Israel would learn that it was the Lord who allowed it, for he alone is God, there is no other. He gives life and takes it away. He wounds and he heals, no one can deliver from his hand. But even in judgment, there is mercy. God promises to vindicate his people and have compassion on his servants when he sees their strength is gone. He will punish their enemies and make atonement for his land and his people. Moses concludes the song as a call to remember. Take to heart all the words by which I warn you today, for it is no empty word for you, but your very life. This song is not only ancient history, it is a mirror for our own souls. It teaches us that prosperity can tempt us to forget God, but his covenant love is unwavering. Even when we are unfaithful, he calls us back, disciplines us, and offers mercy to the repentant. And so, the Song of Moses remains, not just a warning to Israel, but a testimony for the church today. God is faithful. We must remain faithful to him.